Good morning, Ms. Olvera.
Good morning.
And you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews for the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Officers were dispatched to a family disturbance call in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, the complainant, who is the defendant's stepmother, stated to officers that the defendant began to insult her while talking to her father. And then the defendant began to follow her to her vehicle. And after that, or after the complainant tried to leave, the complainant attempted to open the passenger door of her vehicle to avoid further altercations, but the defendant slammed the door shut so she couldn't enter the vehicle. When the complainant opened the door and sat down in the passenger seat, the defendant opened up the door and grabbed the complainant by the hair and punched her in the back of the head and in between her left shoulder and neck, causing her pain and discomfort.
And you said what?
Causing her pain and
No,
discomfort.
but what, did you say slam her?
No, she said just punched her in the back of the head and in between her shoulder.
Okay, all right. So is it another punch in the back? Okay.
Yeah. The complainant was observed to have what appeared to be a stiff neck and hardly able to move her head while she gave her statement.
Got it. Okay. Ms. Olvera, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, how old are you, ma'am? What do you do in life?
Right now I'm going to college.
I'm sorry?
Right now I'm going to college. I'm starting college.
Pull it down. I can't understand anything.
Starting college. Starting college.
Okay, where?
U of H for nursing. But I mean, this kind of affected me in some kind of way.
How do you think this is going to help with your nursing career?
It's not, but I know.
Don't say anything. Think before you act. You're now just starting your life with an assault that's going to show everybody your trigger temper. You think anybody's going to give a nursing job to a person like that? I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons. You got out of jail because we gave you a free bond. You will not get another one. You have any contact with this person, you pick up a new case, or if I find that you have weapons, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand? Do you have employment at this moment? What do you do? Okay. Where are you living now?
Now I'm still living with my parents, but
This is going to be an issue because you're not allowed to have contact with this person.
she doesn't belong in the house. She just lives over here. She lives over our house. She doesn't.
I mean, if she's living at that house, I don't want you to have contact with her.
But we belong in the house where she shouldn't be in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look,
She's staying over.
let's do this. I'm going to appoint you a lawyer today, and I want you to give your side to the lawyer, and then we will discuss. As it stands now, you're not to have any contact with this person for whatever reason. I don't care. If I find that you do, and I don't care what the reason is, I will put you in jail. Do you understand, man? Do you by chance have you guys spoken to?
Yes, Your Honor.
What she want?
She wanted no threatening, harassing, and said that the defendant is fine to come home. She said that she lives in an RV about 30 feet away from the home itself.
So she's living in an RV.
Yeah, the complaining witness is on the
Okay.
property.
Let's do this. I'm going to appoint your lawyer today, Ms. Olvera. I do need you to fill out an application for me, and then I'll have you speak to a lawyer here momentarily. Do not leave until you sign the bond conditions here. Otherwise, we will issue warrant for your arrest, and then we'll have you talk to someone short. Okay? Please. And then if you can file that for now.
My lawyer.
Come on.
What is this? Are you recording?
You want me to take it out?
Please.
The recording, yes.
Okay.
I didn't see that part.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Abbas-Yelling.
Hi, good evening. sir.
So you're telling me that you have a lawyer.
Yeah,
Who is your lawyer?
Attorney Rehan,
Who is it?
Rehan,
See if they filed any
his number, he
document.
hasn't called.
Do you know if this person is going to show up today?
Yeah, he's not.
Okay. We're just going to do probable cause now. You now are charged with unlawful restraint. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you. We will do this now. And then after that, we will just have you wait right over there for your lawyer to come. Hopefully they will show up. Okay,
Thank
I
you,
love
Your
you.
Honor.
Good morning.
On August 5th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a hostage event at a townhouse in Harris County, Texas. The reporting, who is the project manager of the townhouse complex, called 911. The reporting indicated that the defendant was wearing an all-black religious garment and had a face mask. She had locked one of his employees, the complaining witness, inside a townhouse against his will. The reporting advised the defendant was trying to evict a witness, or trying to get a witness to self-evict. She was trying to get the witness, who is her tenant in the townhouse, to self-evict by shutting down the power and water to the unit repeatedly. The complaining witness, who is the maintenance man for the townhouse complex, went to go check on the tenants to see if they were okay. The reportee indicated that the defendant locked the steel gate, which would not allow the complaining witness to leave. It has a key lock on the front and key lock on the back side. The tenant did not have the key to the back side of it, so if she locks the front, there's no way to pass through the gate.
Okay, so the unlawful restraint is
Yes, Your Honor.
outside?
It's a gate and then like the gate and then the porch, on the porch, like a burglar gate.
Okay, so I'm assuming, here's the door,
Mhm.
and then you have, I guess what, like those black burglar bars
Yes,
that they
yes,
say.
Your Honor.
So he couldn't get into the house
He couldn't get out of the house.
and he couldn't
She
get
locked
out,
him in the house without electricity or air conditioning.
and no back door to get out, no window. I don't understand.
We're getting there, Your Honor. When officers arrived, they spoke with the complaining witness, who said that he escaped 5 minutes prior, and the defendant and the witness were still inside the home. The complaining witness reported the house was really hot because the air conditioning wasn't on. Complaining witness stated the back patio door was also locked, and the defendant had locked him in. Defendant had made a motion at the time to her purse, which the complaining witness believed, or which made the complaining witness believe that she had a gun. The witness collaborated the complaining witness's story, and
I don't understand how this person cannot just unlock the door and leave from,
it was locked. It's so the doors, instead of having a push button on one end and then a key lock on both sides, on the other side, it's a key lock on both sides.
on both sets of
On
doors?
both sets of doors, Your Honor, which the maintenance man, the complaining witness indicated was a violation of the fire code.
Well, that's neither here nor there, but doesn't this person have a master key? Or I guess this is a residence,
He
right?
doesn't have a master key, Your Honor. He's the maintenance man for like the condo association. So he maintains the condo. Each of the units has its own keys.
How long was allegedly stuck in the house and how did he get out? This is unusual. And why? Was there did this, well, I guess,
He was attempting to turn the power and water back on in the unit because she has
Okay.
been repeatedly turning off the power from the tenants who live there.
Okay, he's now.
He told her repeatedly that he wanted to leave.
so presumably she's outside at this time?
She's in there with him, Your Honor. She asked him to sit down on a chair. There's a video that shows complainant asking defendant to let him go multiple times, and with her telling the complainant to shut up. I don't have the means by which he had left the apartment, Your Honor. I just know that he got out at some point. He got out 5 minutes before the officers arrived.
So he was able to leave 5 minutes before the officers arrived?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did she let him go?
So it says, for the OR at least, the duration of time, I know that was asked, was an hour and 20 minutes. I'm gonna see how he left. I'm trying to read through the OR to supplement your questions, Judge.
Yeah, I'd like, I don't know if I'm ready to rule yet. Ms. Agbacieli, are you sure that you're going to have a lawyer here today? Because I'd like to
Yeah,
hear
I'm
your
gonna be
side.
my lawyer, yeah,
Um,
Attorney Graham, yeah.
I don't want to rule just yet, but I'd like to hear your side. If there's,
I'd like to be silent. I'd like to wait on my lawyer.
well, right, I'm right, and I'm not asking you to say anything now. When that person gets here, then you talk with them and then we can
Yeah, sure.
readdress.
Yes, sir.
PC at that.
Yes, Your Honor.
OR, she finally unlocked the door and walked out.
Okay, so yeah, do you mind just taking a seat for me and then just giving us a heads up when your lawyer comes? Who's next?
All right, next one, Your Honor, is.
Okay, we ready? Come, Ms. Agbacieli, come up, ma'am.
I explained to her the no contact there.
Okay, great. Okay, I am going to find that there's probable cause to go forward. If something develops in the future, I've told that you guys can come back and we can argue about probable cause. The only thing I'm going to ask you is please do not have contact with the complaining witness in this case and don't be in possession of any weapons. As long as you can abide by these and you do not pick up any new cases, you will be fine with us. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but please stay in contact. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant. Okay? Do you have any questions? Okay, so just no contact, no weapons, and that's it. Okay?
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Just to go back to the body cam issue itself, right? The body cam issue itself, like say if I were to file a motion to restore property or return property, it's been tagged, so I don't know how we're gonna.
I mean, I don't think that you would have any opposition to that, would you?
I do, at this juncture, I think
What
Pavel
was
said
that?
the body cam, like to retrieve her body cameras from HPD evidence.
On a motion to restore? Judge, I just need to talk to the investigator and see if we're retrieving it anyways.
If you're what?
If we're gonna retrieve that footage to
Right.
make it available, I think we're already in the process of doing that. That's the only thing that's holding me back. But right now, I'm objecting because of, it's a part of a pending investigation. At this point, I just need to confirm it with the investigator.
Do you want to set it a couple weeks just to see if that happens?
Yeah, I mean, I really just need a week, but yeah, a couple weeks.
Are we,
Huh?
Judge, because like I said. he's
I'm
not-
waiting her appearance.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I mean, she's not gonna have to come here, so
2 weeks would suffice, Judge.
whatever you want, I don't care. Yeah, because you guys fight over whatever day, and then, I mean, if you want to, I'll grant your motion to get it back, though.
Yes, sir.
If they're not gonna get it back first, so.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, thank you, Judge.
Have a week.
Ms. Lyles,
Good morning, Your Honor.
good morning, ma'am. How can I help you?
Yes, Your Honor, you had requested Susan Hayslip. The court would like to address the issue of her non-compliance with her handheld breath device. And so my understanding is she is there. I am starting trial in Galveston at 10, and so I apologize for not being able to be there to help address this in person.
No, that's why we have Zoom, so you don't have to show up.
And Judge, I believe part of the issue is being able to afford the device.
I waived the fee for everybody, so that's no excuse.
Well,
Come up, Ms. Hayslip. Come
and
up.
Your Honor, I believe she was told that her attire was not appropriate, and so she was removed from the courtroom, is my
Her
understanding.
attires, it's fine. My only concern, do you not have a breath test device?
Not at this time, Your
Okay,
Honor. I
I'm
was,
revoking your bond and I'm taking you into custody. She goes with you. No, no excuse.
Okay, and Your Honor, when Ms. Hayslip's bonds back out and this requirement is still going to be in place, we will need to come to the court and request and help in paying for that.
I don't understand why it's not, I mean, I pay for it for everyone so that there's never any excuse. I don't understand why. It doesn't make sense. What does she do for a living, Ms. Lyles?
She is currently not working. And so I can't speak to arraignment, Your Honor. I wasn't there when that happened, so I don't know if it was fully explained to her that in the event that she couldn't pay for it, that the court would cover the cost of that. And so, and Your Honor, rarely do I have cases. I think this is my first case in your court, so I did not explain that to her. And so that I accept responsibility for not having explained that to her.
It's not your fault, and I'm not going to let you fall on the sword because I mean, think she knows better. Doesn't she have another DWI elsewhere as well, or something like that? If I remember correctly.
Yes, Your Honor, from Waxahachie.
That was dismissed. And she did plead to a resisting arrest, but I believe in that one, it was breath or blood, and it didn't come back with substantial results to warrant the DWI.
I did. I think I just did.
But Your Honor, I believe I'm on the same page with the court. And is there anything else I need to touch base, or is there anything else we need to discuss concerning Ms. Hayslip's case?
So state, what's your position?
For Ms. Hayslip?
Yeah.
She was at $100. $2,500 bond, Your Honor?
Sorry?
$2,500 bond, and for her to get the breath test machine?
Here's what I'm going to do, Ms. Lyles.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll set it out. I'll do it at 2,500. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
If she is unable to bond out in the next, like, within 2 days, then we'll readdress it. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
And you know, I'm not, you know, I'm not out for blood where I just want to keep her in there indefinitely. So
I understand.
I want her to get the hint that we mean business and that we're not joking. And then assuming she gets that let's set this off for perhaps 2 days, we can re-approach. And then if she's unable to pay a bond, we'll go from there.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yeah. So hold on a second. I'm going to chat you real quick.
I apologize.
So she's going to auto-populate tomorrow anyways. So I guess tomorrow we'll just put it on for the next day and then we'll address with Ms. Lyles. Are you able to be here on Thursday, Ms. Lyles?
Judge, no, I'm involved in a civil trial in Galveston, and we are putting on our case. And
you can always Zoom, right? And
yeah, oh yes, Your Honor. As long yes,
you can always Zoom, and it'll take no more than 5 minutes for us to address it. You know.
Okay. Thank you so much, Judge.
And you know, we're here until usually 12, 1 o'clock. So at any point, whenever you get a break, you can Zoom in, and then we can chat about it.
Okay.
Is that okay?
I will make it okay. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Have a
Thanks.
good day.
So 2501.